Well, Gary, tasty one this weekend in that both sides just so much to play for, exactly what you want.
Yeah, it's a big game, isn't it, for both? Obviously, the season that they're having, where they are, and what's at stake for them. But I said it from the beginning, it's about what's at stake for us, and we're still really clear with what we need to do. And we've been saying that for a good few weeks now. And but I've got no issue with what's going to happen in the game or our approach to it, and the players being ready for it and with the right attitude. And I think those big games kind of take care of themselves, especially at home. And with that crowd, and the last game was a lot of energy in the crowd. I expect the same this weekend. And I've got no doubt about the commitment that we're going to show in the game.
Yeah, the side against Charlton really seemed to draw quite a bit from that.
Yeah, it did. I'd say there was a really good energy, wasn't there? You could just, I don't know, you could just feel it. Sometimes you feel that as players, and we definitely need that this weekend against Derby. We're on a really strong season, aren't they? In a really, really good position, and a lot at stake for them. But and we know about their quality. But same as always is, can we try and put our strengths on the pitch? We need to match what they can do. But I really got no doubts. I think over this last 5 games, I can only praise the players. I think the level of commitment has been really consistent across those 5 games. And there's been bits we can do better with, and moments in games and periods of games where we can do better, and then bits where we've done really strong and done really well across the 5 games. But the consistency is what I've been pleased about in terms of how the players are trying to do it with the work that they're doing. So we just need to maintain that, and this game, highly likely going to need to raise it even more. But I'm sure we will if that energy was like the game against Charlton in the crowd. And you could definitely feel that from the sidelines. So the players would obviously spoke about it afterwards. Could feel that on the pitch. So that's going to be huge for this weekend.
Yeah, and being nearly there brings all of its own challenges in that you can't rest until it's job done, but it's ever so close.
It is, but then that's where, we all know football very well, don't we? What we're trying to do is manage the anxiety side of things. When every game gets chalked off, and you're not quite there, but you're close. Do you know what I mean? Anxiety can rise, but I think we've spoke about it as a group. A lot of that work was done in the international break, where we were focused not just on the pitch, what we need to do, but what we can do off the pitch to help ourselves as a group. And as I said, I can only praise the players. I just think over this last 5 games, the overall view of it, from my point of view, is like I've been really pleased with them. And there's periods where we can do better, and certain things in our game we need to do better. But considering the situation we're in and have been in, and from their point of view, new manager, new things going on, and that bit of instability that goes with that, I think they've done incredibly well. So we need points, but I think you're definitely seeing the team is fighting for them.
Yeah, it's great to see a side. I think regardless of whether it's been going well for you or not within games, the sense of purpose and intent has really been there. And as a manager on the sidelines, I suppose it doesn't get too much better than that. Obviously, you want to win every game, but if you can see what you're trying to do really clearly, that's great. And
I think, you're 100% right. And I think, again, going off the back of your Lincoln and Reading game where, we were kind of well out of the game, weren't we? I think a big part of it was, how can we make sure that we're competing? Our role was to compete in games, and can we be in with opportunities to win points consistently? And I think we've done that in these last 5 games. We've been within the game consistent. We've had some really good results and performances, and then even in ones maybe our performance overall has been lesser than the ones we've won. I think the performance has been in there where we've got opportunities. Even the game on Tuesday, even the Blackpool game, we had opportunities to score some goals, and Will, some good saves, some penalty saves, those type of things, those situations. I think we've been in the chance of the result, and but you just need those certain things to fall for you at certain points. That's why I can't, I have to praise the players, and that's not just saying it because it sounds great to try and keep. Do you know what I mean? But truly, I've been really pleased with them. I think they can't be given any more than they're giving. You can see on the pitch that they're fighting. And they're having some really good periods and good moments and some good games. But I said all along, there'd be some ups and downs along the way. We're frustrated that we'd like to be mathematically safe right now, but football doesn't always work like that. We know that, so we have to continue with that fight, the work that we're doing, and trust that in these 3 games, if we can keep that consistency level of performance, we know that should be good enough to get the points we need.
Looking at the team news from what you were saying on Tuesday, Jordan Cousins just taken out of the firing line for Tuesday
Yeah, just
night.
managed. So yeah, he's fit and available. And Jordan's been fantastic this season. I think it's the most games he's played for a long time. But you've got to be careful. You're at this stage of the season. Do you know what I mean? They're all carrying niggles and stuff like that. You've got to try and manage the squad and the players as best you can, and knowing what's ahead. And so yeah, Jordan's fine with that.
Either Michael Morris and Lyle Taylor got a chance for this weekend, or too soon?
Yeah, Morrow probably not. We'll obviously assess him tomorrow, final one. But he's back out on the grass, and obviously Lyle's on the grass. More hopeful with Lyle. So yeah, again, we've got a last training tomorrow, and we'll make a decision after that.
And with Jack Stevens, given how Will's been playing, there's no need to be rushing him back. But you had initially said he was targeting the Derby game. Is he on target?
I've actually got a meeting this afternoon with the medics, and that's the truth. So we spoke briefly this morning about Jack. So just going to get. Obviously, he's just going through his last checks and stuff like that. So depending on how that went, hopefully for this weekend he can back out there. If not, he'll be on Tuesday.
And you've got a few examples in the squad of players really demonstrating what it takes if someone gets injured, being ready to come in and make an impact over recent games. Yeah,
and that's what it is, a squad game, isn't it? And I think when I first come in, I think at the moment, and all the way since I've been here, we're kind of on the fringe of it could be really bad if we had any more. But then then there's been some good timings where we had an injury or something to someone, and then someone's just come back from injury and ended up in good timings where they can step in. And yeah, the lads that have stepped in and contributed have done fantastically well, and that's what we need. That's the point of having the squad, and the level of training's gone up in terms of competitiveness, and yeah, I'm sure all of them want to play and be ready to take part when called upon.
Brilliant, that's great for me.
Cheers.
Garry, you mentioned you're seeing some of the things you've been working on sort of play out, and one of them I thought was noticeable on Tuesday was the playing out from the back. Obviously didn't quite go right with the penalty, but how pleased in general have you been with that? It seemed very noticeable on Tuesday that keeping the ball down a bit more and looking to build through the first.
Yeah, like it's in its early stages, and if I'm honest, it's not that we've gone into really complicated detail with it. Yeah, that's to go forward with and how we can get better at that. But you're right, there's elements in there I can see that they're trying to take on the pitch. Of course, you need confidence and bravery and a whole team around it that can help do that situation. So I've been really pleased with that side of it. Yeah, I would like it to be some more and more progressive, and certain times where we haven't done it well enough or progressed the ball well enough to give ourselves that, not just to attack, but also to give yourself a breather and have that little bit where the opposition have to think about that side of it as well. So, but that's all if I'm honest, that's the big picture. But I'm really pleased here. There's definitely been some elements of it and some good elements, and we'll continue that. But I think it'd be more next season that you'll really see a big difference on that side of it. But overall, just like I'm saying, you've got to be careful in these situations. You're not overbearing them with too much detail and too many new things. So that I think what they're doing with the stuff that we are doing, I think they're doing it really, really well. They're doing it with full commitment. I think you can see that, some organisation behind it, and yeah, if we can just get a little bit better at those few little bits, I think we could be even more of a threat than what we are. But what we're doing is, if we can't be that threat, we're making sure that we well in the game and take some opportunities when we get them.
And one player I wanted to ask about was Jack Lancaster. He's not had too many minutes since you come in, bits off the bench and different things. So it's just a case of him having to stay patient, really, and keep his head down.
And a little bit unlucky, really. To be fair, it's more circumstantial than an opinion of Jack's not done well enough or anything like that. It's nothing to do with that. I think it's a case of we've had some games since the international break where some lads have delivered some good performances, and as a player and managers and stuff like that is, if you deliver the right performance, you're highly likely going to be playing in the next game. So a little bit unfortunate for Jack in that sense. But I really like Jack. Jack knows that. And when he's come on, do you know what I mean? It's not easy coming on in situations. A lot of times you expect the world, don't you? But yeah, his job is to be patient, be ready. I think he is that. He's training well. And it's your job to fight for that shirt, and when you do get your opportunities, to take it. So, but he'll be ready for that. So there's no issue with that at all.
Great for me.
Yeah. online there now.
Hi Gary, just a couple.
Yeah.
What are you expecting from Derby, and how tough a test is that going to be on Saturday?
Yeah, well, they're like one of the highest quality squads in the league, aren't they? And they are where they are for a reason, I think. So really strong, physically strong, energy, and they've got quality, a lot of individual quality. So we're going to have to go above and beyond probably what we've produced already in the good games that we've done. We're going to have to go probably above that to get the result that we want. But I just feel like at home with the energy, we've done well at home since I've been here overall. I just think if we get the same sort of energy within the crowd, and which I'm sure we will do, like we did against Charlton, and we put that level of performance on the pitch, and I think like anything in this league, in any league, I think you can get results. So we're going to have to be right on our A game to get what we want. So that's what we're preparing for, and I've got no doubt about the level of commitment that the boys will show on that pitch. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Are there any specific areas from Tuesday's game that you're looking to see improvements from?
No, it's a continuation, isn't it? Like I said, there's ups and downs. There's periods of games where we're really strong and doing well, and there's other periods where we can do better. But that's just a continuation, isn't it? So I think, but what I'm looking for is that the first bit was how committed can these players be to obviously the shirt that they're wearing, the attitude and application to what we're trying to ask them to do, and how sort of aggressive you can do it in your mentality. And I think that's been clear in the last 5 games. There's a team clearly wanting to fight, wanting to put the hard yards on the pitch. That's number one. That's the kind of non-negotiables, and I think that's been there. And then it's just adding these things, what we can do a little bit better with the ball, and then obviously without the ball, that organisation, and how can we be like that? So it's just a continuation of that. But we know on Saturday those things that I just said have to be probably at a higher level than we've done at this current moment. So it's a big ask, but I feel the players are more than capable of doing that.